If you're LaMelo Ball, you cannot be jogging back here. You have to sprint back to get your feet set and in a defensive stance. LaMelo Ball is jogging, walking almost, so his feet are never set, and it's a guy blows by you for a dunk. This is the worst gamble I've ever seen. Look at this player right here, okay, guarding Jaylen Brown. What? Look at that. What? So, yeah, now Jaylen Brown's open for a jumper. My God, you've got to communicate. Look, right now this player is calling out for a flare screen. So if you're LaMelo Ball, you have to do the same thing. You got to yell out, flare, flare, flare. So this player knows to get up and over the top. Because when you get hit with this flare screen, bad things happen, and it leads to a second defender having to help and a wide open three. Why is this defender sagging? Okay, stop. Get up. Force Jaylen Brown this way. This player here has nobody to guard other than to just be a brick wall for Jaylen Brown when you send him here. But you sag and give up an open three. You don't guard with your back to the sideline. So Al Horford is going to set a down screen. Your back needs to be to the baseline, and you're just chasing off this player's hip. When your back is to the sideline, you're going to allow this player to refuse this down screen. Look at this. And now when he refuses this down screen, now this player has to come help, so there's nobody to guard Al Horford, and it's a wide open three. What is this player doing for Charlotte? Stop. Just get back. Why are you even gambling towards the ball? Back, back, back. Look at this. You're going to gamble towards the ball, and nice. That's a clear path foul. What are you doing? Can't cheat the screen, okay? Right now, just guard straight up one-on-one. If this screen gets set, nothing to worry about. Our ball screen defense will execute. But look at this. See how you're cheating the screen? You're already trying to get over the top of the screen early. You can't do that because now Jason Tatum's going to blow right by you, get right to the rim, and it's a two-shot foul. Don't guard with your back to the sideline. No. Back to the baseline. When you guard with your back to the sideline, you are begging to get beat back door. That's what happens, and it's a two-shot foul for Boston. Where are you getting beat? Come on. All right, you're guarding the ball one-on-one here, okay? So right now, this is good, but you got to get up even more. You got to force Marcus Smart this way. This player needs to have his back to the baseline, but there's nothing but, and this player can even move in a little bit. As long as his feet aren't moving inward, he can get back outward. But I need to be up and forcing him right into this traffic right here. Instead, you're going to get beat away from any help, and now Marcus Smart's just going to go right to the rim for a layup. What is LaMelo Ball doing? Boston has this ball. Please don't go to the ball. Please get back so we can have extra numbers on defense. LaMelo Ball goes towards the ball. We just lost him as numbers on defense, so now it's a 3-on-2 and an alley-oop dunk. This just cannot happen. This is first grade stuff, okay? You don't go towards the basket. You find the man you're guarding and box him out. Get your butt into him. Keep him out. Maybe you don't get the rebound, but you give this player a 0% chance of getting the rebound. When you don't box out, now this becomes a 50-50 ball. And look what happens. Tap back, and it's going to lead to an open three. You cannot switch a ball screen like this, okay? The separation from the screener cannot happen. You have to get up and level to the screener and ready to guard. This player then goes underneath and switches onto the screener. But when there's this much separation, you have no chance of guarding the player coming off the screen, off the switch. So now Jaylen Brown gets right to the rim, and it's a two-shot foul. You have to be level to your man. Stop. This player here is guarding this Celtics player here. Is he level to his man? Nope. You need to be underneath this right here, level to your man, okay? Because look what happens. This player's going to set a down screen. You're not level to your man, so now you're going up the gut of a down screen. So this is just, you're dead at this point. Now this player's going to be able to pump fake, draw help, another pump fake, and a wide open three. What is LaMelo Ball doing? You cannot fall asleep on your man like this. Look at how long he's ball watching for. So now his man's wide open for three. You have to communicate in transition. Stop. Like right now, stop. This, before this, but this is where we get an aerial shot, you need to be telling this player to go here. You are not going to be able to get over here. Cross matches happen all the time in transition. You need to take the ball. This player needs to go here. But look, you're going to try and make it over there. You have no chance, so it's pump and go, draw help, and a dunk. You have to communicate in transition. This player here has to say, I got the ball. Okay? So now this player knows I got to find another body. But we end up with two people going to the ball, nobody going to this player here for the Celtics. So now it's just catch, rip, go right into the lane, and a layup. You have to understand in transition when you're not going to get to the ball. This player is ahead of you, okay? Your job right now should be sprinting this way. You can tell this player that he needs to guard the ball. You need to go this way. This is your chance of getting a stop. Going towards the ball gives you no chance because you're not going to ever get behind the ball. But this player can come here or start to come over here, and you can be sprinting this way, and now we can get a stop. But there's no communication. Why? Because look at this. We have two people going to the ball, one that should never have been going to the ball because he's behind the ball and never had a chance anyways. And so, of course, now that leads to a wide open corner three. It's a total miscommunication off a dribble handoff, okay? Like, if you want to switch this dribble handoff, that's fine, but you have to communicate it. It has to be crisp. It has to be perfect. It's anything but because we have two people now going to the ball and, of course, nobody going to the player who just handed it off, and it's a wide open three. I just don't know what this player is doing at all. I mean, you're in drop coverage, which I don't love, but why is this player coming all the way over here? Your man's wide open, and there's nothing for you to come all the way over there for yet. So you just give up a wide open three. What is this player for Charlotte doing? You get to bodies, not a random spot on the floor. I can't think of a more random spot on the floor than right here. Get to a body. But, so this player's wide open. Wow. Okay, you cannot let Jason Tatum cherry pick. Okay, stop. So you can see Jason Tatum right here going off to the races, okay? So that means that this player needs to sprint back or this player needs to sprint back or both. Not everybody can just stand around. Jason Tatum is cherry picking. If you don't get back and the Celtics get this defensive rebound, it's a basket. So Celtics get the rebound, Jason Tatum's cherry picking, and he's just going to catch, and it's actually going to be an and one. Okay, you're in drop coverage, but this player's in backside help too early. Why are you in backside help? This player hasn't even begun to start rolling yet. So now it's just going to lead to an open three for Jaylen Brown. What is this player for Charlotte doing? Sprint back. Sprint back. Oh my God, you're not going to gamble, are you? Oh yeah, you are. So now this is a 5-on-4, and it's going to lead to a wide open corner three. You don't guard with your back to the sideline like this ever. Get underneath. Looks like we got a ball screen coming, or down screen coming. So you're just attached to your man, chasing off his hip. When you guard with your back to the sideline like this, now this player, look, he gets to refuse this down screen. And what now has to happen? Now you got to switch. It's totally late. And this player is just going to get it, rip and go right into the lane, and it's an easy two. Why are you sagging on Jason Tatum? You have a defender right here in the gaps that wants to help you. Up, force Tatum into this gap help. Instead, you sag, so you give up wide open or open three. Okay, this player has to realize right now you're never getting in front of the ball. So what do you need to do? You need to be telling someone else to take the ball, and you cannot be sprinting towards the ball. You got to be sprinting this way, okay? But look what happens. There's just no communication whatsoever. So now we have two people guarding the ball, nobody here, okay? And it leads to just an easy drive into the lane, draw help, corner three. There is 0.3 of a second on the game clock before halftime, okay? If you're LaMelo Ball, you should already start jamming Marcus Smart, but show your hands. This is a total no-no. Okay, the Celtics are in the bonus. Your hand is on Marcus Smart. You are begging to get called for a foul, which is exactly what happens, and Marcus Smart is going to the line at the end of the half. Okay, you have to guard one-on-one here. You cannot sag like this, okay, on Jaylen Brown. Okay, if you can't guard Jaylen Brown, then we don't have a problem, but it has to be communicated. So now this is a strong side ISO. These are the easiest to double team. You force Jaylen Brown this way right into a double team. Okay, this player right here, LaMelo Ball, starts to cheat up a little bit, and then you rotate on this kick-out pass. This player right here would then rotate here, okay? And then this player right here then rotates here, and the man that doubles falls over here. All of those rotations happen in unison on the first kick-out pass. but you can't sag. Like, you either can guard Jaylen Brown or you can't, but you got to let everyone know so then we can do we can double and rotate. LaMelo Ball, where are you getting beat? Stop. You've got to angle Jason Tatum this way. There's no place for him to go. But instead, he's going to get beat away from any help whatsoever, so now it's straight to the rim and a two-shot foul. Problem with drop coverage, okay, this big's dropping to the ball, but look, they're going to set a cross screen on the big dropping to the ball after the ball screen, and now Jason Tatum gets right to the rim for a layup. Now, let's back it up. So what can we do about this? This is an easy hedge. Why? Because where's this player rolling to? The backside defender's right here. The second this ball handler hesitates, picks up his dribble, brings his dribble back, I'll be able to bump you back, which is going to be quickly anyways. So there's no place for the player to roll to anyways. But instead, you want to run this drop coverage, and it's a disaster, as it always is. Okay, when you're in the gaps defensively, stop. Okay, you did a nice job. This dribble's picked up. As soon as this dribble's picked up, you're out. Like right now, you're in the gaps. Dribble's picked up. I'm out. Out. The reason for being in the gaps is to get the dribble picked up. Then you just get back to your man. What is this player doing right here? Okay? This player's just standing, not getting back to his man. So you didn't do the recover part of stunt recover, and now it's an easy floater. So a flare screen is clearly coming. This player here is clearly setting a flare screen. So if you're this defender here, you've got to be yelling out flare, 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 flare. So this player knows it's coming and can get up and over the top of the flare screen. When you don't communicate that, look, now you get nailed by the flare screen, and it's a wide open three for Tatum. In transition, you just get back to bodies, okay? It doesn't matter that you're not guarding Al Horford here. You just get back to a body. This player needs to go here. What? You can't leave who you're guarding in transition. Look what happens. Dunk. Okay, Boston has secured this rebound. You cannot jog back. Now you have to sprint and sprint and sprint. Why is that? Because look at this jogging, this jogging, this jogging. Okay, now you turn it up a little bit. But no, if you'd been sprinting the whole time, you're here. And now there's no place for Jaylen Brown to go. But nope, you spent all that time not really moving and then jogging. So now Jaylen Brown's just going to get it, go right to the rim, and a two-shot foul. So the problem with drop coverage, look at this player has to fight over the top. So now you're giving this player the lane. So now this skip pass becomes very easy. This backside defender's up here, but this skip pass is easy. So now you're just going to end up giving up a wide open three. So let's take a step back. This is an empty side ball screen. This is an easy hedge. Okay, first of all, the sidelines right there. The second this ball handler hesitates, picks up his dribble, brings his dribble back, which is going to be in like a second with the sideline right there, I can recover. In the meantime, backside help from right here on Al Horford's roll. This player sinks down and occupies these Celtics players 2 passes away. But again, I'm going to be able to bump you back so quickly it's not going to matter. But instead, you're running your stupid drop coverage right here, okay, and it's Marcus Smart into the lane and a wide open three. Just very basic and fundamental. You got a down screen right here. Slow down. Stop. Look at this, your down screen. This player whose man is setting this down screen. This is a disaster. You've got to get over here and have your arms out so this player cannot curl. He has to go out, and this player can actually chase. When you don't get your arms out, this player right now look how this player is able to curl right now. So now it's just into the lane and an easy layup. Again, you cannot get to a random spot on the floor in transition. This is a very random spot on the floor. Get to a body up here, okay? But instead, you're just standing in the middle of nowhere, and now Jaylen Brown's got an open jumper. Again, a down screen. Again, the Hornets don't cover it correctly. Get attached, get your arms out so this player cannot curl. He has to go out, and this player can actually chase. But instead, look what happens. You allow this player to curl, so now that creates a 2-on-1 and a lob dunk. Again, you're in drop coverage, so now this player from the wing's going to have to come help, and now his man's open for 3. So let's not run drop coverage. Let's please hedge. Okay, first of all, the Celtics spacing is atrocious. Where's this player even going? The backside defender's literally standing and waiting. Also, the second this ball handler hesitates, picks up his dribble, brings his dribble back, I can recover, which will be quickly, okay, and I can bump this player back down. But instead, now let's just give this guard the lane for no reason and an open 3. I mean, this is just really simple. This is a very basic dribble handoff that has a very, for some reason, awful switch. Look at this. Two people go to the player who delivered the handoff. Nobody goes to the ball. So that means this player is going to be wide open for three. Okay, I guess we're going over box out lessons. You cannot box out facing your man. Look, the shot goes up. Stop. You've got to turn your body and use your butt. Push this player out with your butt. When you box out like sideways or facing your man like this is way too easy for him to get around you. So look, now it's just an easy offensive rebound, and we end up with an and one. Again, you cannot be ball. Look at this player. You have no idea what's going on with your man. You cannot be ball watching like this, because this player's going to beat you backdoor. You have no idea, and it's a layup. You have to communicate in transition. Stop. This player needs to say, I've got this player. So this player immediately knows to go to this player. But look what happens. We have two people going to this player, so that means no one's going to take this player because there's no communication, and it's going to lead to a wide open three. Cannot backpedal here. Stop. You have to find a body and be in a defensive stance. You need to be in a defensive stance, feet set, ready to guard. But look at this. You're backpedaling, so now you got to go approach this player here. Your feet never get set, so he's going to blow by you, get right to the rim for a layup. Disaster. You're in drop coverage. You're just willingly giving up a 2-on-1, so obviously that leads to an alley-oop. Let's look at this. Let's hedge. Get this guard out of the lane. This backside defender can easily move over here now on this roll. This player can kind of stand here and occupy these Celtics players 2 passes away. The second this ball handler hesitates, picks up his dribble, brings his dribble back, I'll be able to bump you back, which is going to be quickly anyways. But nope, let's just give up a 2-on-1 for absolutely no reason. You cannot switch a ball screen like this. This separation isn't good enough. You got to be level to the screener. This player then immediately goes underneath, and you're ready to guard. You're in a defensive stance. Your feet are set. But when you switch with this, even this amount of space, your feet never get set. So now this player is just going to be, look at your feet are constantly shuffling, and this player blows by you for a layup. You never backpedal in transition. This player, if you sprint, you're fine. If you backpedal, you're not. So now this player gets behind you, and it's a layup. Unbelievable. You have to stay underneath your man. Stop, okay? You need to be underneath your man, okay? If you're going to switch this dribble handoff, whatever you're doing with the dribble handoff, it doesn't work if you're not underneath your man. Look at this. Look at this player right here. Look at, not totally underneath his man. So now this player for Boston is just going to fake the dribble handoff, get right into the lane, and we got a 2-shot foul. Where is the communication in transition, okay? This player's got to say, I've got this man right here. Communicate that so this player knows I've got this player here. When you don't communicate, this happens. Nobody takes this player, and it's right to the rim for an and one. You run drop coverage, so you give up a 2-on-1, which means it's an alley-oop. That is not a ball screen defense. Why are you doing it? Please hedge. Please keep this guard out of the lane. Backside defender right here, which is not much at all that he has to move. The second this ball handler hesitates, picks up his dribble or brings his dribble back, I can recover and bump this player back here, which will be quickly. But nah, you'd rather just give up a 2-on-1. Nice. What is this player doing? You have to sprint back in transition. Sprint. But you're going to jog. So we just lost you in numbers for no reason because you lightly jogged. I mean, what a lack of effort. And it's an and one. What is this player doing? You do not get back to random spots on the floor. You get back to bodies. You're in a random spot on the floor. This is a wide open three. Again, this is just no effort. Sprint, and you're fine. Jog like this, and look at that. What on earth? So it's a layup. Wow. It's very simple. You cannot go up the gut of a down screen, okay? You can't go this way. You have to go this way. When you go this way, bad things happen. Look at the angle. So now this player's wide open for three. Again, down screen, so this player's into the lane. Okay, your backside defender steps up here, but now this player's just wide open, and this pass is way too easy. So it's rip and go into the lane, easy floater. Okay, so let's back up. Let's go ahead and not run this dumb drop coverage. First of all, if you hedge here, this player has no place to roll. The backside help is literally right here. The floor is clogged. The Celtics spacing is terrible. Okay? But again, when I hedge, the second this ball handler hesitates, picks up his dribble, brings his dribble back, which is going to be quickly, I can recover back anyways. But you're running this drop coverage. It's just a disastrous ball screen defense. I mean, you just can't stand in the middle of nowhere. You got to go find a body. This is literally the middle of nowhere. So, yeah, now this player's going to catch it. You have to rush to get out, so it's rip and go right to the lane for a layup.